Hello, everybody. So I'm here to give you a quick run through of the process of taking the practice demo for the AP exams so that you know exactly what you're going to do on exam day. And I highly recommend you run through this yourself. Number one, if you can do this on whatever device you're using, it will work on exam day. If whatever your device you're using, this process will not work, that means that device, for whatever reason, does not work on exam day. The word I got is that the best browser to do it in, if you can, is Chrome. Chrome, there seems to be the fewest issues or glitches. I think it does also accept Firefox and Safari. Internet Explorer does not work. Okay, so I know for sure that Chrome, Firefox, and Safari work. Chrome apparently is the best. There are the fewest glitches. So I would recommend that. So here's the most important thing. 2 days prior to the actual exam date, you're going to get an email from the College Board, and in that email, you're going to have this little window that looks like this. It's going to say your AP, in our case, of course, micro, macro, or psychology exam e-ticket. If you do not get this 2 days prior to the exam date, log into your College Board account, and you should be able to access it there. But make sure one way or the other you do that. Now, this is important. If you look at the bottom here, it says ticket will activate 30 minutes before your exam. Okay, so I would recommend 30 minutes before the exam. If the exams, I believe psychology is at 2 p.m. and micro and macro are at 4 p.m. on different days, of course, but I believe they're at 4 p.m. So 30 minutes prior, so 1:30 for the AP Psych on that day, and then at 3:30 for micro and macro on those days. Get this open and go through the login process. Make sure that there are no issues. Okay, once you get logged in, it'll give you a countdown to when the exam is going to start. Okay, so if it takes a few minutes or whatever it is, you're going to be good to go there. Bottom line is you're going to click on this button that says go to exam, again, 30 minutes prior to the exam, and something that I assume looks like this will open up. And you're going to enter your 8-character APID. Again, you can see on this ticket, there's an APID. It's not a real ticket, so it doesn't have an actual number, but you will have a number for this purpose. It says to put in the word practice. And it may tell me I've already done it, and no, it's good. So get started. So you're just going to fill out a few pieces of information here, your name. I'm not going to put my real birthday here, just so none of y'all steal my identity. Now, weird thing here. So notice I put in 2002. When I go to enter my email address, for some reason on the for the year, it automatically changes it to something else. I don't know why it does that, but at any rate, it might not do it for yours. It's done it for me. So I just put that back in. It's usually good to go. I am testing from home. You can click both of these boxes if you want, and then hit continue. Okay, now notice you've got this little countdown timer. It says time until your exam starts. Okay, once you get in and once you get logged in, do not, under any circumstances, hit the back button. Do not refresh. Hit the refresh button. Do not close the browser and open it back up. My understanding, if you do any of those things, you will not be allowed back in to take the exam. So once this screen comes up, everything happens automatically. Once that timer is done, the screen the question will automatically come up and you can begin answering. Okay. Now, real quick, 3 ways to submit, and I'm going to show you 2 of these 3. Number 1 is to type it into a Word document, save it, and then upload that document, and I'll show you that as one of the options. Option number 2, I'm not going to show you this one, attach a photo. If you do this, if this is how you're planning on doing it, make sure that you choose this option when you go through this practice so you know how to do it. And then option 3 is to type it into a Word document or Google Doc and then copy and paste it. Okay, and the exam, notice, automatically comes up. The question, of course, this isn't a real question. This is just for practice. And so here it gives you some information on what to do. Now, what I've already done and what I highly recommend you do is already have a Word document ready. Okay, so notice I've got here Word AP demo question number 1. I've already opened up this Word document and I've saved it. And the reason I've done that is because I do not want to take the time to have to type in my ID number and my initials at the top, which I've already done. I don't want to have to take the time to save this as a file. If something happens and this screen, I lose the information, it will probably have auto-saved for me into that document. So before you do anything, have this all ready to go and see what you need to do there. So bottom line is, at the bottom here, you'll see there are 2 options because I'm doing this on a computer. Attach the response or paste the response. Now, if you're doing this on your phone, there should be another option where it says, take a picture. So on my computer, that is not an option. If you want to handwrite your work and take a picture, you have to do it on your phone. You cannot, my understanding is you cannot do it on your computer, okay? So basically, it says, make sure you include your AP ID and your initials at the top of the response. Right here, it says write a paragraph or 2 about anything you like. I'm just going to do, whatever. And so I'm going to see what happens here. So let me see if I can bring this up. And I don't know why Word is being a booger for me right now. How about this one? Let me come back here, and that's good to know. Okay. All right. Now, the best way of doing this is to set it up in 2 windows. Okay. So so right here, the way I've got it, notice I've got my 2 windows again, and you should have already done this. I'm wasting precious time here. I should have already had this set up and ready to go like this as I was waiting for the countdown. Anyway, doing it this way is the best because you're going to have the question here on your right that you can see, and then you can type the answer in over here. Okay. And so you can kind of see the question on the right, answer on the left, or vice versa. It doesn't matter, of course. And so I'm just going to type something. I'm going to say, my name is Mers. I would really like a 5 on this exam. Okay. Thank you. All right. So that's going to be my response. Now I'm going to do this. The way I'm going to do this one is I'm going to save this. Okay. And then I'm going to come back here. Now, my time left to submission. Once that hits 0, if I have not hit submit at that point, I cannot get any credit for this question. So make sure before that hits 0, you have hit submit. So I'm going to do attach response for this one. So I'm going to attach a text file. I can attach a photo as well. So that would be a little bit trickier because you'd have to take a picture on your phone, upload it, save it on your computer. Again, I wouldn't recommend that, but attach file is going to be a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to attach my text file. And so down here, browse for file. And so it's my fault. So AP Econ, I put it in virtual teaching, and this is AP demo question 1. And now I've hit submit. You will not be able to return to the question once you've completed this step. I'm fine. I've made my answer, and so that's good. Now, notice down here, there's a timer where it says time until question number 2. So at this point, again, if it were me, I would get, so here's my question number 2. Okay, and here's my screen. So when that timer hits, you can't see it here. When that timer gets to 0, the next question will automatically pop up. I'm going to pause this video for the moment so you don't have to wait here for the next 5 minutes or so. And when it gets closer to its time, I will bring it back up. And so for you, it'll be just 1 moment away. So let's see, do that. And here we go. Okay, everybody. And we are back. You'll notice now I've got 24 seconds left on my timer down there. And so again, throughout this process, do not, under any circumstance, hit that back button, refresh the browser, or close the browser. Again, my understanding is that's all she wrote. So again, automatically you're going to see the next question come up, even though it's not a real question, of course. But here we are. Question 1 is finished. Start work on question 2 now. And so it's going to give you the same thing. And like I said, I've already got set up my side-by-side. Okay, so I've got my Word document set up that I'm going to be typing in with my fake AP ID number and my initials there at the top. And I'm going to simply, type in whatever. It doesn't really matter what I type. This is just for practice. Okay, so let's say that that's my answer and I'm all good. Of course, as you guys are answering this, you're going to have part A, and you're going to answer part A. Let's see, the Fed buys bonds, right? Part B, and interest rates decrease, and so forth, right? So you're going to, whatever, you're going to write your answer. It's just kind of for fun. So I'm going to show you real quick down here. I'm going to move this. There's another option. I did attach response the last time. And again, I saved the document as a Word document and I attached it. The other option is to paste it. Okay. If you do it that way, so let me show you that real quick. It's pretty simple. It paste. This little box opens up. And I'm literally just going to copy in my Word document, Control C, come over here, Control V, and there it is. Now you might notice I cannot edit in this field, in the field where the actual test is. I cannot change it. It's not going to let me click on there and say, oh, let me change that real quick or whatever. My only options are to submit it as is or clear the field. Now, if I clear the field, it's free. And I'm like, okay, let me add something here. And let's say that long-term growth increases. I forgot to put that. Okay, so I can do that, and I can come back here and I can copy it again and paste it again, and it's all good. But again, you cannot edit inside this box. It'll only let you copy and paste. Okay, let's say I'm done, I'm good, and again, I'm going to submit, and it says I'm not going to be able to return, and so that's good. And now this tells me that my AP demo is complete. You can do it again if you want. Bottom line is, on the actual day, you should get a confirmation page. Again, do not get out of close the browser or anything until you see a confirmation come up saying, it'll say basically, we confirm that we have your test and you're all good to go. Okay, so that's a quick run through on how to do the demo. Again, if you have questions, I'm learning this as you are, but it seems like it's pretty good. Here's the most important thing, guys, though. This worked in the demo. Okay, that means that if I use this computer on test day, it will work. Okay, that's good. If for some reason, like I said, your computer or your phone, this demo is not working, it will not work on test day. So that's the most important thing you're going to get out of this, other than just developing a comfort with the process, is clarifying, yes, my device works or doesn't work. Okay, so this worked for me. If it works now, it will work on exam day. That's what I'm being told. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.